Welcome to Pashua's Moment with Pastor Charles Kiyaga.
Yes, praise the Lord, brethren. We are back again on our program, the Pashua's Moment. And as always, I'm your servant, Pastor Charles, on this program that re-echoes the message and rings the bell that reminds us of our cardinal call, the call to walk with God, the call to know God. So I'm standing here on Zion Pashua's Prayer Mountain, which is a mountain dedicated to nothing else but the cause of seeking after God, separating one's life for this goal to know God and to make Him known. So this is what this mountain is about. It is open 24/7. You can come here anytime just to have time alone with God. And it's a vast place of over 50 acres. You can always find a place, a quiet place where you can go and meditate deeply and listen. And there is a grace upon this site. There is an open heaven. I assure you, when you come, God will speak. You'll be able to hear clearly when you come down here to listen, to hear God speak. So we've been talking about how God dealt with humanity right from Adam up to Noah and the flood. And eventually after Noah, we've been saying how God again begins dealing with humanity thereafter. And we've been looking at the three sons of Noah, from whom all the different genealogies, or the different descendants of all humanity eventually emerged from these three sons. One of them was Japheth, who was the firstborn. The secondborn was Shem, and then the firstborn was Ham. They are the ones from whom all the races upon the face of the earth emerged. And I told you last time that we, the black race, came from the line of Ham, the lastborn, from his son called Cush. Cush was a black man, and being black has nothing to do with spirituality, has nothing to do with whether you are favored by God or not. No, it is just it's just variety. As God created everything, God created many variants, many varieties of the same thing. When you look at bananas, you look at sweet potatoes, you look at everything God created, is not in only one variety. There are many varieties. So all of us, as you see us, some are black, others are white, are brown, others are white, others are tall, others are short. All that is variety. And God does it because He's an artistic God. But that has nothing to do whether you are favored by God or you're not favored by God. Okay? That's a different discussion altogether. Then we saw the son Ham, because of what he did, he attracted a curse from the father. But the curse went on his son called Canaan. The son called Canaan. But then we don't come from Canaan, we come from Cush. And then we saw that the black race was the most powerful race, and actually it brought the first world leader. A man called Nimrod was a black man, and he was a first world leader. He was like leading a whole empire. He was very famous, a very mighty man. And then eventually he came down and settled below the Sahara, the sub-Saharan Africa, because it was a very vegetative part of the continent. And that's why you see a dominance of the black people. But we come from Nimrod, we come from Cush, and Nimrod, one of the descendants of Cush, was the first world leader. And I was trying to emphasize that we as black people are not segregated. We are not isolated from God just because of our color. No. You can only be isolated if you make your own choice not to follow God. And we saw that Nimrod, because he was a mighty leader, a mighty hunter, he eventually lured people to start worshiping him. And that's where the black race got corrupted and started worshiping people, worshiping human beings and worshiping evil spirits. And that's why it is very dominant down here, that people are very superstitious, worshiping all sorts of things, creatures and so on. And that is where the tragedy is with the black race. But if we retrace our steps back to God, we are as favored as every other. We saw of the three sons, the one who attracted a greater blessing was Shem, because the blessing that was announced on him was, may God be the God of Shem. May God be the God of Shem. And when he came to Japheth, he said, may the tents of Japheth be extended. So Japheth was blessed with a material blessing, with dominance, but Shem was blessed with having God as his God. And then it was pronounced on Canaan that he will be a master of all his father's children. So I was just trying to wrap up the genealogies or the generations or descendants that came from the three sons of Noah. And from here, all the families of the earth emerged. And after the Tower of Babel, all people scattered on the face of the earth, and that is where you find all the people of the Western world, of the Eastern world, of the black race, and everywhere, all of us emerged from those three descendants of Noah. So we will begin from there tomorrow as we try to trace how we connect with God. God bless you.
Eyo yibadde Pursuers Moment ng'ekutuusiddwako essomero lya Pursuers Junior School erisangibwa mu Butambala ku kkubo lya Mpigi Gombe. Kati wulira enkizo eriwo singa otwala omwana wo ku Pursuers Junior School. Interviews za bwereere. Essomero liyimiridde ku musingi ogutya Katonda ate ng'omwana agonjulwa bakugu. Tutumbula ebitone eby'enjawulo mu mwana. Tulina amazzi amayonjo ku ssomero ate ng'omwana bw'asomera ne weyeebaka abanga mukungu. Endya y'abayizi nnungi byansusso anti emmere tugirimira nga ne faamu y'ente weeri ku ssomero. Tulina emmotoka ezitambuza abaana. Pursuers Junior School e Butambala tusomesa abaana okuva mu baby class okutuuka ku kibiina ekyomusanvu. Mudde boarding okumanya ebisingawo 0772 41 98 4 ne 0702 36 41 64. Pursuers Junior School Butambala, in pursuit of knowledge.